Hello everyone, it's the first time here and welcome to house renovation in Minecraft, how to build. So in the last video at the very start, Ethan built this house and it had this rather plain front. However, in about 12 minutes I copied it out and I decorated it. I added a porch. I did do a little bit of changing on the porch, but that's really nothing much. And so this is where we are today. I've gone around the entirety of the house using this stair pane trick, which I told you. If you don't know how to do it, I have got this one here. But actually, I'm not going to be building a window here. I am going to be building 4 windows here. So it's going to come out like this here. We're going to have our slabs going around like this. And like so. So this is going to be the roof of this area, and this is sort of going to be like a conservatory. It adds more shape to the build, which is what it really lacks. It's quite square and robust, even though this is square and robust. So I'm just going to grab my stairs and my panes. Again, how I showed you in the last video, I'm using a texture pack by the way. It's paper cutout, which is why it looks like I haven't got anything here as I do. On this one, what I'm actually going to do is, because you want to vary it around a bit, I'm just going to put a full window of panes in. Not a half one, a full one. Because that way you can have something of an opening view. And then what one could do is, if you can place it there, you can put yourself like, if you put 2 planks here like this. And you've got out some nice doors, so I'm going to use birch because it's sort of fitting with the theme. You can create sort of a conservatory. So again, let's just fill this side in here. This is not a tutorial, this is a tip guide for anyone asking. Like, I don't expect you to build this house and copy it out. A, because it's not very good, and B, because it'll be a waste of your human time on Earth. So I'm going to fill in the rest of the overhang for the main part of the house, like this. In the last episode it was rather shoddy. I'm going to leave it like that around the corner, because again this one's left like that. Now I just want to hurry this one around here, like boom boom. I'm not hurrying it, that was the wrong word, but I just want to place this down quickly. If you want to, you could add more detail, you could add like little bits of dark oak to add more texture. But I'm going to stick with spruce because it's what Ethan mainly built the house roof out of. I'm trying to keep it the same sort of layout. I've added a bit over there obviously, but I just want to make it a little bit different, a little bit sparsier, if you get what I mean. So here we have the overhang done. It took me what, 20 seconds? And look at that, it looks so much better. So we tackled this in the first episode, or last episode actually. So now I'm going to tackle this over here. So you might want to use this sort of a wheaty farm, and to make a wheat farm, you should really know this, but I think the best way to make a farm is to add a cobblestone wall, sort of random sort of wall with it, like this. You can add more bulge and you can tuck it back in quite nicely like that. Then you've got yourself a nice uneven space. Then water, don't go measuring like, and if I place one here, I should be good, and if I place... No, don't do that. What you do is you place them randomly there. One could go there, another there. Randomly enough so that they don't look man-made, but you want them so they would irrigate it all. Then all you have to do is get out your hoe, your seeds, and you just gotta quickly wham 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 hitting them with that hoe, getting nice and irrigated so that you can plant your seeds on top. So I'm just gonna quickly go around, plant some seeds. And hopefully by the end of this episode they'll be most of the way to getting grown. Because after all, this is going to be a really nice farm. So you got your little farming area back here, very nice indeed. So you want to irrigate all the land, and if you choose to, you could use a grass path, which I will show you how to make. Actually no, I won't, because you should know. I will be using it in a back garden like area, but again you'll have to wait for that, because that might not be in this part, because I'm working on all of the walls and I'm going to be working on the main back garden later. So just filling this one with your seeds, lovely jubbly. Lots of wheat's going to grow out of that, everything's irrigated, the water looks random. So I'm just I also added loads of glowstone to light it up on the inside because it needed to be. So that is your main exterior for the bottom floor done. So you've sorted out your window problem, got a lot more room, you've got a smashed pillar, and yeah, you're pretty good. So now I'm going to tackle this upper there, and I'm going to use a different style of windowing. You have seen it before, I would reckon. So I'm going to use some birchwood stairs as per usual, and I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to smash in through the roof. I'm just going to replace all of this here with panes, and of course I'm going to use solid birchwood here to sort of fit in with the theme more, and I'm just going to build this up. Now this is sort of a one-off just for this part because I think it's got a nice bit of angular shape here. So again, you just want to build that up and place down your birchwood or whatever wood you're using like this, and then here you can do sort of what you did to the other windows, slightly more classical, apart from you could choose to do it like that and like that if you wanted, but I'm going to stick how it was because I liked it like so. And then we've got lots of windows on the front done. For this one I'm just going to do this because I don't really want to put in too much effort to that bottom part. What one could do is use that, but I'm not. I'm just going to leave it as it was, which was with birchwood. My memory's failing me today. And here again we're going to use this one. Actually no, we're going to use that other one because this technique works better for narrower, higher windows than it does for these big fat ones. So let's keep on building this here like that, and let's place down that, and then let's build this across like so, like boom. So, and we just want to, I'm going to add a bigger window in here. I'm actually going to leave this just how it is because I think I might actually just put the timbers across like that. Timber's just a fancy word for wood, so you don't have to be too worried about it. So just smash out this glass, place in your panes. If you've got a couple more to do, feel free to skip ahead because this might be kind of a bit boring. Yeah, boring, that's the word. Let's use this one here, let's use this technique. I always use that the wrong way round. It's only really for the one wide ones I do the other one. And here I'm going to do what I said I'd do downstairs, which is just a pure glass one. Again, to add more light, like so. And like so, it's really fiddly placing glass panes in this texture pack, especially because the solar ones in 1.9 became skinny and sort of annoying. Let's just get these in like so. And I can just place them on there, can't I? That would be smart of me. So there is your window edge for the top floor. Now next step is to get a banner colour that works. I'm going to use a white here. And for the slightly bigger windows, place one of these on either side. So like here, so you could put one there and one there. These sort of like curtains. If you wanted to, you could also use trap doors if you would prefer. Oopsies, that's me being stupid. You can go like boom, but I personally think that the curtainage looks slightly better. So let's chuck one there and one there and one there and one there. You could use a different colour banner, of course. If you have a mainly white, you might want to go for grey to sort of create more colour, but it's up to you. Let's just chuck some banners around here to act as that, and we'll put some onto there, why not? And here like that, and then you've got your curtains. You obviously want curtains here, but you can place them on the stairs like this and then on the glass if you want to shut them, so to speak. But I don't want my curtains shut, so I'm just going to get in here, smash all of that, grab a pane, and so we're just going to shut off the top halves so no one disturbs our privacy in our bedroom, because this should be a bedroom if I'm sticking to how Ethan's done it. I'm not going to stick to his layout, but let's just chuck a couple onto here, seeing he is because you can sort of see out, like you can still see out pretty well, but you can't see in pretty well, so very useful to have on a house like this. Let's chuck some more up here. Let's destroy you. Let's put some more up there and there. Because again, we don't want anyone looking in on our house because it's so beautiful. Let's just chuck some there, and you're done. You can cut out some if you don't like them, but that's the way I have chosen to do it. So, as you can see, we're mainly left with this massive indoor area. I'm going to quickly work on this part here. So, add a floor. I'm going to use jungle because that's what Ethan used for pretty much all of his. It was rather unimaginative, I thought, but even so. I'm also going to use torches because they fit in with the Japanese style. Let's just chuck them on here like that. Then you can start getting creative. So, if you wanted to, you could have a slab, a frame, and some boots. Like, I think this works, but if you go like that, boot stands. Does not very good though. You could actually though use armor stands. That's broom stands. We want armor stands. Then if you just get out some leather armor or whatever, you can dye this, of course. It can act as a sort of a coat. So if I chuck that down there, boom, boom, boom. I won't have it. No, that's changed. If you're really sneaky, you can put a torch back there. If you wanted to, you could put a zombie head on it like this. Or you can just not have a head. Let's just take that off. So you've added a little bit of detail here. You might want to add a small little bench, because why not? But you don't type in bench, do you? You type in stairs. And what stairs do I want? I'm going to use spruce wood. Let's just chuck a little bench down here like this. A little bit of a seat here so you can sit and look out. You can always extend this like that, which I am probably going to do. You can use signs to add more detail like so. And so that is really how you do it. Also, you can add a bit of red carpet in, which I'm going to be using, so it looks nice and welcoming. And yeah, see, so now I want you to vote in the comments, if this actually gets any comments, how much you prefer that one to that one, or that one to that one, which I would rate highly unlikely. So you've got Ethan's flat Japan, or my one. Now I personally would pick my one. That's not me being arrogant, but yet again, it's still going to need a lot more work before it's up to level with those two. But anyway, if it's the first time here, please like, comment, subscribe for more Minecraft how to build, and I'll see you in the next little previous video. Goodbye!